I'm cooking for friends or for big groups and my family, I normally tend to do a curry, a stew, or a dal, or a chili, or something like that, a kind of one pot wonder. Where it's just as easy to cook for 8 to 10 people as it is for 1 or 2, and you can kind of relax and it will just simmer away. And this Sri Lankan curry is, at the moment, my best version of it. So what you do, and I think it's one of the reasons why I like it so much, is that the veg roasts first with some herbs and spices, so it kind of really marinates in it, and then it goes into the coconut milk. And there's just this kind of complete explosion of flavors, and everyone absolutely loves it. And I normally just serve it with rice to keep it pretty simple. So what we do to start with is we just cut up some sweet potato and butternut squash, but you could do all butternut squash or all sweet potato, whichever you've got on hand. And you just cut it into little cubes, and then you toss that with, I use coconut oil just because I like the coconutty flavor in this one, but you could also use an olive oil or a rapeseed oil or something. And we toss that with some turmeric powder, some cinnamon, some chili powder, and some curry powder. And then that all gets mixed up, make sure it's really nice and evenly coated. Add a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we put it into the oven. That cooks for about half an hour or so, just until it starts to soften up and become quite tender. And then for the last 10 minutes that it cooks, we add our pieces of red pepper. And those are great in here as well, because they add a really nice pop of color, as well as a different flavor and a different texture than the other veg. So once that's all cooked together for about 30-35 minutes, that's going to be ready to go into our saucy, coconutty, dreamy pan. And in that, we're going to have simmered, to begin with, our cumin seeds with black mustard seeds. And as they start to sizzle away, you'll hear them start to pop, and that's when you know all the flavors come out into the pan, and that will take about 30 seconds or so. So once your seeds have popped, then we're going to add our sliced up green chilies, garlic, and red onion. And the red onion is just really gorgeous in here because the sweetness of it, especially once it's sauteed and goes a little bit caramelized, is amazing with the coconut milk and the squash and the sweet potatoes. And then we add a little bit of either coconut sugar or maple or some kind of sweetener, again, just to really bring it out and really kind of bring all those flavors together. And then we're just gonna let that cook. Once it's about ready, we'll add our lime juice and then wilt through the spinach right at the end before we serve it. So this curry recipe is going to be in the cookbook in what is probably my favorite section, which has all our curries, stews, dals, soups, and all the warming dishes, which is what I make for dinner most evenings.